Peekaboo! What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing tonight? This was a last minute thing. I was actually thinking about going to bed. Wow, we got a few people in here already, huh? Alex, what's up, brother? Here I am, here for thou art. I think is how you say that. 68 Camaro, rad. Hunter, what's up, man? All hail, great Atari King. Heavy as the head that wears the crown, my friend. So yeah, I'm working on this thing here. I don't know what direction to go with it. I started this little idea of here by putting just like little swishes and stuff around the edges. It seems to be okay over here on the red, so I might try that with maybe another color over here somewhere. I don't know, but it has to eventually evolve into something, I guess. I don't care if it's something literally, but it has to evolve. And as far as the hair is concerned, when you got, little girl wants to give you pigtails. I mean, she's 14. She's still really young up here, And she asks you to give, two pigtails. You fucking two pigtails. So I figured I would use a pigtail as a gimmick to maybe draw some of you folk in. A diverse crowd. I don't know. If there's a group of fat, toothless guys with pigtails, send me over to them. Powerpuff hairstyle tonight. Yeah, man. I do feel powerful, though. But I'd be more the Mojo Jojo kind of dude. The Mojo Jojo. So I'm going to be working with Posca pens, different sizes and shit. I also have all my acrylics over here. Some of it by Golden. I can get it cheap at work. Most of it is craft paint. A variety of brushes. And if you've never talked, with me doing these kind of things, what I'm doing is I'm isolating the grain. So where you see orange, that was one grain pattern I could fill in with a color. And this was inside that one. So each one of these weirdo shapes is the way the grain was. And I try to look at it and find things. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Other times you just slap some paint down and it slowly develops into whatever the fuck it's going to be. This one I don't know what it is. It looks like Slimer's colon. I don't know. This thing kind of reminds me of the real Ghostbusters or the new, I can't remember. Which is the one that had nothing to do with the 84 movie. The monkey and all that shit. I don't remember. I love that. I want that playset. I want that Haunted House playset they had. Let's see. Powerful, yeah. Showing off just because she cut hair, whatever. Dudes, I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty barren there. You can land a fucking UFO in that spot. All inclusivity. You bet your ass, man. Everyone's welcome here. Everyone but dickheads. Can't have the dickheads. I know a guy who's 6'4", Hello Kitty shirts. Yeah, dude. Hey, you know what? Live and let live. That's is that his jive? Then that's his jive. So, Posca pens. I don't know. I don't know which color I'm going to do next. So, let me see if I can't sneak some red in here somewhere. I don't feel like I have enough red. This isn't really red. This is this red, but brought down by, I think, a tan. So it's not quite the same. Spider-Rico, what's up, buddy? I should have one pigtail coming off the side of the chick. Oh, yeah, dude. Next time. I'll have to remind my daughter that one. What am I going to do? I might just, stop doing this and just chat. Alright, so red. And you're probably not going to be able to see it, but it's going on. You got orange here, you got purple, put a little red in between the two. It kind of fucks with the eyeballs, you know? Because your brain's like, okay, well, I have reds and I have purples, which is blues and reds. And then whenever you put red over the edges of orange anyway, kind of gives it a flame or a lava kind of effect. So that's always cool. I like lava. Yeah, I haven't used this pen in a while. I haven't used this pen. Has anyone seen the new Elvis flick? I watched it the other night. It's pretty rad. Make a happy little tree. Hey, you know, if that's what comes out. Step one, pigtail. I knew a guy. Okay, so I'm all caught up here. I'm all caught up. There we go. There's the paint. That moment when it just fucking seeps out like like you just broke your water. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was putting red on the edge here. If I want, I can put a little in here too. I'll create a little shadow of a hump. I know you can't really see what I'm doing. Make sure you save the little nipples. Like when your brush is kind of going like that and it creates these little nipples. Leave them. Everyone likes nipples. Everyone has nipples. If it has nipples, you can milk it. I have nipples. Can you milk me? Alright, let's see. See, are you going to get the Atari Arcade 1-Up? Probably not. Whatever it is, I haven't seen it yet. But I will go look at it here in a little while. Remind me in a little bit. Let's see. I don't have my glasses too, guys, and my laptop's like 2 feet away from me. I still want to see that Monsters movie. It's coming to Netflix, dude. I just found out about the Wednesday, the spin-off show there. I was never an Addams Family fan anyway. I watched it, but it just didn't have the tone I liked. It was just, it felt like it was trying too hard to be funny. Whereas with the Munsters, it was just like it didn't care whether it was funny or not. It just went for it. So they had totally different tones. And maybe because I watched the Munsters before I'd seen Addams Family. But no, I dig that whole vibe of the 60s, the hot rod. You know what I mean? You guys know that. I was brought up by a greaser. Former greaser, I should say. But yeah, no, it's going to be on Netflix. I believe Rob Zombie just made a deal with them or whoever. And if you're Netflix, it's for free. Well, I did sign up for the Alan. I did sign up for the pre-order on the DVD, Blu-ray, or whatever it is. I hope it doesn't do that. That would be so stupid. The movies were off the hook. Yeah, man. I heard mixed reviews about Elvis movie. As a Mississippian who lives close to thrilled that it was finally... Okay, yeah. I thought it was good. It wasn't, it didn't fucking break any new ground or anything. But it comes from a completely different point of view than what I'm used to with Elvis. I mean, we all know how bad management treated him, but... and how much he got fucked. But this movie really goes into it a little deeper. And I don't know how much of it's factual or, enhanced for dramatic effect or whatever, but I thought it was a good movie. I might watch it one more time before deleting it. What up, dude? Woo! Richie Skulls! What's up, my friends? Love your hairs. Thank you. Thank you. It's kind of my new thing. Since I'm bald on the top, I figured might as well make like a little, I don't know. I have nothing. I was going to put dots on my head and pretend I was like a face hugger or something. Speaking of which, I got lobster in the fridge. My landlord gave me a fucking lobster today. He's like, "You want lobster tonight?" And it was like right when my lady went out to get the pizzas. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So I put it in the fridge. I'll probably eat it tomorrow. But let's see. If it wasn't for bad management, everything just jumped. Oh, why'd you take it down, man? Okay. Fine, I didn't want to hear your opinion. No, I'm just kidding. The greatest Elvis biopic ever was John Carpenter's Elvis, starring Kurt Russell. It's been a long time since I've seen that one, but yeah, that was a really great one. Plus, it's John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Even Escape from LA, so which I thought was stupid, but in just the right ways. So, can you still see the... this is a birch panel, by the way. And just your basic width. I normally use gallery width, but I couldn't be pretentious today. Nor was I when I bought these. I got a good deal of these at work. Alright, so I put the red in there. I hear the pitter-patter of little feet. Oh, it's my lady. Alright, so I'm going to make just basic little, just little thingy-mabobbies. Ooh. Maybe they're veins, I'll put a little bit of blue in there next. Actually, that works out great. Can you see the heart? That was actually in the grain. And this thing to me looked like death, looked like the Reaper. So I thought it was fitting that the Reaper and a heart and all this jazz, and of course I gotta have monsters. Always gotta have monsters. So yeah, that's, we won't do much here. We'll actually make it like it starts here. We'll actually put a whole lot here. But this is where it's gonna like start. All the little veins. We got a couple coming down here to, whatever. Pretty rad. And I want each one of these veins to not go anywhere near that heart. The heart is not going to be fed in my world. I'm going to let the heart not be able to do its job. Because, as most of us know as we get older, it gets failed over and over again, heartbroken, all that crap. So why keep feeding it and letting it live? Make some of them cross over. And I'm fucking joking, by the way. I'm not really going that deep about the stupid heart in the wood grain. Reaper needs love too. Yeah, man. We have a book at my work that I read. I think it's for like kids who are almost young adults. It's called Death Wins a Goldfish. And it's about this, I think a year, Death just says, you know what? I'm going on vacation. He goes to like, zoos and monuments and carnivals and stuff like that. It's a really great book if you can get it somewhere. But people demand, I can't read that. Oh, Spruce. Richie Skulls. Watched Escape from New York a couple of weeks back and tailed it with the thing. Dude, what a great twofer. what a great The Thing. I haven't watched The Thing in so long. I gotta watch that. Two of the greatest flicks ever made. I agree. I agree. The Reaper needs love too. Yep. Alan, fun fact: Kurt Russell, his acting job as a little boy. Who? Yeah, yeah. He was on a Disney lot, I think, growing up. Wasn't he, Kurt Russell? Something like that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So let's get some blue up in this motherfucker. And hopefully this blue works, because I don't want to use the dark one. Let me see. Well, according to that test, it does. Yeah. This is saving this painting because I had no idea what I wanted to do with it. Yeah, maybe it's Emperor Palpatine, and that's where all these lines are coming from. Force lightning. Can you even see that? I'll try to get it up close here in a minute. I'll get it up close. Ooh, I didn't get anything over here for red. Okay. So I'm probably going to go back over this a few times to get the color's not going to come across, but you can see what I'm going for, right? There's reds and blues. Obviously the blue is jumping out a little bit more, but I'm going to be putting some white in there with a fine point. Let me see if I can't get you back in there. Hey, look, there's another one of my pieces. Yay, it's one of my favorites right now. Quite talented. Hey, man, thanks. Thanks, I appreciate that, Jerome. And welcome, man. You got the Aussie vibe when you paint. What? I get an Aussie vibe? I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah, he was the computer. Then more sneakers. What are you talking? Oh, yeah. You guys are funny. If I went for bed management and the new drugs that were forcing him to take. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. They totally destroyed him between exhaustion and chemically, Hunter. It's sad. You know, he was one of my dad's very favorite artists, if not his favorite. And my parents used to recall all the time that one time that they did go get to see him at the Boston Garden. And but I still kind of grew up with this notion that he was like a junkie who beat his wife and stuff. And I think there was some domestic violence in there, and I'm sure there had to have been, because he was all cracked out. I mean, not literally, but so maybe it was a toss up of both. This movie didn't really focus on any of that. It mainly showed the tragedy that was his management and what they did to him. They exhausted him in every which way they could for a few bucks. Cocksuckers. Yeah, those colors and his abstract style. Yeah. Also played in a Disney movie Chimp when I was a teen. Chimp, I think I remember. Hey, Loosely Collected. What's up, buddy? I don't know if I have it right here. I want to show you guys something. I don't have it here. If I think about it in a few minutes, I'll grab it. So what color am I doing next? I'm going to grab yellow. Because I don't think I've done any yellow. I might try to find a brighter red. And, you know, what do I have in actual paint? Paint, where are you? Alzerian Crimson, that might go on there. And show up. Do I have a liner? Oh, let me see what that. Maybe it'll make the red jump out. Olivia Newton-John, yeah, rest in peace. What a talented woman. Trying to finish out my shift. Right on, buddy. Yes, Jerome, she was hot. I'm sure Elvis was the Southern gentleman, everyone. Blowouts. Elvis, your face. He would buy you a car. Right on. Yeah, I mean, never met the guy, so it's not like I could take any account of him too seriously. That was just a picture I grew up with, but I mean, I learned over years that's not the case. And I was relieved to hear that because I love his music as well. That whole him and Johnny Cash era, you know, the slapback bass and all that crap. Absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm going to be using a liner here. That's pretty stiff. I guess I didn't dry it properly, but that's going to help me. It's actually going to work for me. It's basically going to turn my brush into a quill. And if you're old enough to know what a quill is, your colonoscopy appointment's coming up. Or for the ladies, you're going to have hot flashes tonight. I don't know. But yeah, no, it was sad. It was sad to see what they did to this guy. Had a doctor keep doping him up to keep him going. He wasn't even going. It was like the motor was running, but no one's behind the wheel. It's crazy. Yeah, that's much better, man. I'm actually going to cover up some of the other ones. I'll leave, you know, most of them, but I love that when it scrapes against the wood. What was it? Hand hatch? I can't read it from here. Does your art go on exhibit? I've been to one art show. It was called Booze and Pancakes in Phoenix, Arizona. It was at this place called The Deuce. And last year in the fall, I did participate in what they call the Melrose Art Walk, where all the businesses on Main Street opened up their front windows to the local artists to show off their stuff. And I got in front of CVS in our town. And CVS has this gigantic, display area that they never use anymore. So that's where I got in there, and I had all the room to do whatever the hell I wanted. They didn't care, as long as I didn't break anything, you know. But that's as far. I do want to do more with my art locally. I just get nervous about not fitting in, but it's like the town I'm in is kind of, they're snooty. Okay, it's a snooty town. It can be like that, and so it'd just be one of those things where these uptight artists, and I could be completely wrong too. I don't think they would welcome me into it anyway. So I was offered a membership with the some art group in Salem. Some I don't want to say it's like an artist guild, but something like that. I got the information in my wallet. I could probably do that, but I don't want to drive to Salem all the time. And it's not too far from me, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. You know, going to the Willows once in a while, or you know, getting a chop suey sandwich. Oh man, I'm gonna go down there before they close the docks. I haven't had a chop suey sandwich in, well, actually, technically decades. I don't think I've had one since I've been back. I'm not the doctor, Pier. I read it, you read right here. Yeah, I just do a little right here. And I'll give this guy a little red eye. He's stoned. Look at that. Alright, close your eyes and lift one of your legs, kid. Don't put it down until I say stop. Alright, oh, we gotta go. Where's the Atari VCS? Are you using it? No. It's in my bedroom. I want to do a few other things first, but I am preparing. Don't you worry. I'm going to load up some games this coming weekend. And then we're going to get started. I've been getting behind on a few other things, and that's why you haven't really been seeing much like game stuff, like with the VCS and such. But I've been real busy. I want to start doing a series on the Lego Atari 2600 build. So I want that to be a weekly thing. So it's like, you know, on Wednesday you can expect the Lego, or whatever day it is we decide it's going to be. And then I want to pick a day. I'm going to try to streamline my channel. You know, so like say Monday nights I'll stream, and you know Tuesday nights is when I upload. Like if I customized this thing's mask to resemble Jason's, because he's the one who rides him. As a matter of fact, I still have Jason right here. I've been playing with him and taking pictures of him in front of this. And, you know, maybe go back into doing my customs. And I mean, I'm definitely going to go back to doing that. My channel's basically going right back to where it began, you know? Just a little bit of everything. And then my vlog channel can have everything else, which is fine. So I am gearing up to get that going, bud. I promise. I know I said I would have it for this week, but then a few other things came up, like the Lego. I didn't really expect to be able to go get one, and I went and got one. So my youngest was born in Salem, Mass. in October. Nice. That's rad, dude. You still got the alien figure? Yes, I do. You're talking about big boy? Yeah. Yes, I do. I just haven't been able to find arms for it that I can afford. So, and then I was just going to get one of those reproduction things for the skull cap thing. So I do still have it. Oh yeah. More stopping ground stories. Those are going to be coming, dude. I got more of those coming. Are you going to watch Willow TV series? I don't know. I watched the movie maybe once or twice. It was just nothing that clicked with me. It was a good movie. Everyone did fine, and the world it built was fun, but it just didn't click with me. So I'm not really excited for it, or not excited. It's out of my whatever. The ET finger, yes, that's another big 10-4. You bet your ass I got that, dude. In fact, I was talking about it the other day. I met a guy who made acrylic boxes, and he's going to do one for the finger. Hopefully. Yeah, the Lego set, bud. You still got the alien finger. Oh, finger! Yes. Okay, I thought you said the alien figure. But yeah, I do have both still. I like ET for the 2600. Isn't a worst game. No, if anything, it's a meh game. And it's frustrating because of this two or three simple little, you know. But if you just practice, you can eventually do your thing. I've beaten the game a few times as an adult, you know. I never did as a kid, and I just let it go. And then as an adult, I went back to it when I found my original Telegames Heavy Sixer. I don't even know where that is today, but I went in the early days of the internet and luckily found a manual locally and read the manual and everything, and then figured it out. And I just like, okay, I get what was going on here. Since we're talking about that, we might as well segue into my ET game. It's not going well. It's not going well at all. I'm not grasping it. I'm even watching tutorials and stuff like that. The best I have is a whole shit ton of ideas, a couple of sprite designs maybe, and it mapped out on how it's going to work. I just can't get the software through the stupid noodle, so I'm recruiting help locally. Hopefully, we just hired a new chick at work, and she actually does it. She's been part of a couple of app games. You know, I'm not going to be downloading them, but pretty cool. You know, so maybe she can help me out with it or whatever. But so yeah, ET was pretty cool, man. I dug it. It was ET. ET was my favorite thing. It was my all-time favorite thing. Nice dude, yeah. A homie of mine found an OG Kenner Alien, a few weeks back. Of course, it's missing some parts, but a damn good score. Yeah, dude. Are you familiar with horror artist Bernie Wrightson? I am not. Let me write that down. My favorite horror artist is Clive Barker, and it's not for his novels or his movies, but his actual paintings. If you have the Blu-ray or DVD to the Midnight Meat Train, I believe there's a documentary about his art and him in that. I'm going to write that down. Let me see if I can. It's Bernie, okay? Bernie. And gotta find it again. Now, is it Wrightson? Yeah. Cool. I will definitely check that out here in a little bit. But I'm not familiar with their work now. I'm not familiar with a lot of artists. I'm not here like, yeah, you know, I know this guy, and this guy is pretty cool, and it has a little touch of Montois, you know. I just do this. So, what are we going to do next? I mean, don't forget to write down Atari Arcade 1-Up. Oh, the Couchcade, yeah. Okay. I'm assuming you want me to go back to covering things again? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting it all worked out. I'm trying to come up with a good schedule here. So the 1-Up Atari Couchcade. Rad. I wanted to do a video on the Haunted House trailer that came out. I might still do it. I don't care how old the news is. It's never been about that anyway with me. Yeah, I might see about tossing some. This is a stupid little brush that I got at the Dollar Tree. I just got it for stippling, you know. The only problem is you know it likes the hairs to fall off. So you just put a little super glue inside here, and you just kind of work it in, and just keep squirting it in there. Eventually, the hairs kind of stay. It's just a dollar brush for beading on the thing. So I do have wood grain here. I think I'm just going to make this whole void, I guess, a specific color. and then maybe follow it up with the same one up here. But I definitely want to do something with the stipple brush. And something here in the yellow is screaming my name. Jerome says, is there a hidden Atari symbol in that work of art? No. But oddly enough, I did a guitar recently that has hidden guitar symbols all over it. And it's like almost like if Atari kind of just slightly altered it to update it or something. Looks really rad. If you follow in the creepy crawl, you'll be seeing it here soon. Because I have the body pretty much ready for its final finish, and this one's going to be rad. It's going to be a lot more rad than I really anticipated. Are you familiar with the horror? Okay, so we already did that. Jerome, to be honest, since I started collecting Atari 2600 games about 9 months ago, all 60 are fun. That's awesome. Don't forget to write down the Atari cage. Yep. And then he says, any hidden Atari symbols? No, but you know what? Maybe I'll do that once in a while. Maybe I will. You know, and it's funny, I work on things like this, and I have this giant lamp, this corpse. It's like as if you just cut someone's head off, their arms, and then rip their torso just before their baby makers, you know, and then put a lamp fucking post through the damn thing. It's this foam bust thing I got at Joann's Fabric about 2 or 3 Halloweens ago. It could have even been further than that. It was long before COVID. So I decided to turn it into a lamp to sell. And I probably should just get my ass going on it for, you know, the Halloween season here. But I can't get away from this. I have a giant panel at work I'm debating on buying. I put it aside because the grain has all kinds of little monsters in it. If a customer bought it, it would have been like $219 or something like that. And because of my employee discount, it's only going to be like 90. So, but it's I think it's like 40 inch by 40 inch. I can't remember. I'm debating on whether or not to bring it home because that's a big bitch, and I don't know how the hell I'm going to. I mean, this probably could support it, but where would I put it after? You know? Are you enjoying the VCS? You know what, bud? And hey, and welcome, Milky. I really haven't. Please forgive me. I haven't really played around with it too much. I explained earlier what was going on with that, so if you just want to back up later on or whatever, you know. But to sum it all up, just other things were coming up like the Lego thing, and I want to start streamlining my stuff and go back to the way it used to be with like a segment with me working on projects, another segment of playing a game, showing a product, and I want to do a once a week on the Lego. The 2600 Lego, and make that consistent, like on Tuesday. I'm never consistent with anything, but I'm trying to get to that point where it's like, okay, you can expect a video on this day, and this day, and this day every week, and then you'll get things in between as inspiration kicks in. So, but yeah, so far, I mean, I've played a couple of games and I've had fun with it, but I really haven't gotten into it too much. 26 handheld with an SD card sounds sweet. That would be cool. I have one. I have the flashback. And I know the people Blaze there that made the other one, I think that they're going to make one now with the capability of having, or they have already, the capability of having the SD card. So I didn't buy that one because it didn't have the SD card. And I said, well, I already have the flashback, you know. What would be the point of getting the SD card? Look at, I'm trying to flip my hair. Earlier, I went to get up and do something. I went like just like as if I had like headphones on. And I had headphones on. Have you ever played a 7800 game? Oh God, yeah, I got a 7800 here and a whole bunch of games. Have you never played it? Yeah, I've played plenty, bud. Blaze made an upgraded version of the. Okay, yeah, there you go. You can also download 7800 ROMs to it. Oh, I didn't know that. Creepy long stockings. Someone's going to make that meme. I'll send you a picture if you want. I swear I got a picture of me just going, I don't know. Creepy long stockings. Oh, Oh, winner, chicken fucking dinner. Oh, I did buy one of these. I thought I put it back at work. These brushes I've been waiting for a long time. They're actually made for kids, but they're really great for, you know, creepy lawn. Jerome, you crack me up, bro. You crack me right the fuck up. Okay. Someone spit out a random color. Just the first color I see, I'll grab something close to it and just do something with it. Try not to be influenced by this. Chartreuse. Puce. Here we go. I knew it. 564. I don't even know what the fuck that is, Richie Skulls. All right, copper. We're going with copper. That's going to be weird. Maybe what? Oh, no. Silver. Copper. You see? I have no idea where copper should go. Me neither. And as a graphic artist. I don't even know what the hell you were talking about. Is that like code for a color or something? Ooh, this is awful gacky. Gack. Gackety gack. I'll give you a smack. I got another brush here. It's like this little chip brush, and I just cut it down uneven so I can stipple on some really interesting patterns. I should show you guys my carving tools. I made a whole bunch of rakes and loops and shit out of old guitar strings and like chopsticks. And of course, I've made tools out of chopsticks and popsicles, beauty. Like there's like this tool that's got like a spoon on one end for the cuticle and like a blade on the other end for under the nails and shit. I use that. Copper could go with the silver. It'd be nice if I actually had silver on here, though. Yeah, I don't have any silver. I don't know what it's coming through on your end, but this is all white on the edges and this here too. Just looked it up. It's a light greenish color. Color is a series of okay, I gotcha. A greenish. You know what? Do I have any oil painters in the house? Gambling Oil, every year, what they do is they collect up all the pigment from the year, that gets, swept up from the process of making the oil paints. And one time a year, they use that to make a paint, and it's always a shade of gray. It's just the way it is. It's like all their colors mixed into this one thing, and they call it Torrent. This year, it's got this really really green hue to the gray. It's like a very disgusting, like when you see that color, you're just like, oh my god, give me a penicillin shot. But it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the copper. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. This right here, that fuckface is going to get copper. And if anyone yells at me or says, it's stupid looking, well, I'm going to hit them with it. And hopefully whatever blood comes out of their face hole. Well, and I'm going to leave this clumpy. Yeah, it covers up the mistake that they don't like. Because we don't like jerks and jerk faces. I use pencil only, Alex says. Right on, man. That's a cool fact, man. Interesting. Like 70s zombie green. Oh man, I got your number. I know what you're talking about. I don't have anything like that, but I have some neon green, fluorescent, or whatever it's called, and I do have. Hold on one second. What was I thinking about mixing? Fluorescent green with not Van Dyke brown, but maybe it was the Van Dyke brown. I don't know. But either way, just make my own version of it. So this is going to get a couple of coats, only because it's a shiny paint. I want it to translate as such. I mean, it's not going to really matter because this is going to get a clear coat anyway. It's going to get a nice varnish on the top of it. I like to give it a nice clear coat when I'm done with the thing. But Dawn of the Dead. Oh, I'll show you a little secret. Blam! And it's funny that you say that, and I have the tattoo. Day is my favorite of the trilogy, but Dawn is what got me into the whole thing. And it's weird because I didn't really follow like the people and stuff. I didn't care about that at the time. When I found out it was the same guy that made Night and Dawn, I was like, oh, because I'd known Night for years and just loved the hell out of it. And I, as a kid, I thought Dawn of the Dead was just kind of playing off of that, but it was somebody else. Turned out not to be the case, and it turned out to be an obsession of me and my friends for the longest time. And here we are, 13, 14 years old. We're at Papagino's in Saugus. It's not there anymore, unfortunately. In fact, that building's empty right now. That unit. We used to have this game called 3 and 3, where in a split second, because of a zombie outbreak, we had to find 3 exits and 3 weapons. Like right where we are, and whoever could do it first, was the winner or whatever, We never bet anything on it. But that's what started all that stuff. Zombie board games we would make. Absolutely love it. Dawn is what actually started it for me. But as I got older, Day of the Dead was my favorite. And you want to know what sucks about it? Everyone talks about that infamous horror con that had pretty much everyone from Day of the Dead in it. They say it's in Phoenix. It was in Scottsdale, actually. I was there. They didn't really promote it, so they got like 45 people for the whole weekend. And I actually got CJ Graham booked to that because my website at the time was off of this site called HorrorSeek.com. They were both HorrorSeek and HorrorFind, and they're the ones who are hosting the local convention. But needless to say, Bub was there, everybody, and I just kind of brushed it off because I was like, okay, it's that other sequel, And I went to hang out C.J. Graham, of course. Ari Lehman was there, so I hung out with them. The chick from May was there. Unfortunately, she was with her boyfriend because I wanted to flirt, but I want to know what part she loved of mine. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. She actually wrote, "You have all the best parts." I wish I saw that when she signed it because I would have said something perverse. So they were all there, Joe Pilato was losing his mind. I mean, I think he was loaded. Ari Leachman was on the piano that was in that hall, and Reggie from Phantasm was there with his acoustic, and there was another little acoustic there. So CJ was like, hey, see if Reggie will let you play, and he introduced me. And it turned out to be another thing where I was just playing with them and all that. It was just random notes, and then we played the song that he actually played in Phantasm. Something at midnight. I can't remember the name of it, but It was a really fun day. It was Halloween, October 31st, 2004 in Scottsdale, Arizona. Got to hang out with Sid Haig and Bill Moseley, and this was just before the Devil's Rejects came out, which is one of my favorite intense exploitation that Rob Zombie made. It was a really fun convention, and back then, if you recall, everything was message boards and forums. Remember the forums? And everyone had one. I had one. Everybody had one. Well, excuse me a second here. I was a member of the Sid Haig one, and I remember what kooky name it had, but it had a name, and I had mentioned that I was a member of it, and they were like, "Oh," and Sid was like, "Why don't you guys come to supper with us? We're gonna go over to such and such a place in a couple of hours," and I was like, "You know what? I would love to." But it's Halloween. My daughter wants it. She was with us. They're gonna want to go trick or treating, so I appreciate the offer and all that. But it was a really great time. There was just so much going on with so few people. I got to meet that Tim Sullivan guy who did the Necronomicon. He actually drew a quick little unicorn and signed it for my daughter, and I think I have that now somewhere. I hope she has. I hope she has a copy of that. I got to see the Necronomicon from Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, there with a few pages that were loose and everything. In fact, if I remember correctly, the cops showed up because he lost his mind. I think he thought a piece got stolen or something like that, because it was out. When I say it was out, it was on the table. And there was nobody there, you know what I mean? So anyone could have just grabbed the Necronomicon and just said, "I don't have your name on it," And it turned out that the page was like tucked under one of them. It was a crazy, "Hey, Daniel Campbell, what's going on, my friend?" But that was a crazy convention. I met a lot of really rad cats. E.T.'s mom. I mean, I know it's Elliot's mom, but she was there. I can never remember her name. Actually, I liked her best in Cujo. She was fucking hot in that movie. What is the name of the dude from The Hills Have Eyes? His last name begins with a B. Barrowman. He had the deformity. He was there too. I talked to him for a little while about working with Craven and all that jazz. And then I asked him about weird science. Yeah. Michael Berryman, I think is what his name was. Evil Dead movies are fantastic. I love the Evil Dead. I turn everything into Necronomicons. I don't know if you were here for it, but I auctioned off a Sega Genesis turned into a Necronomicon console. It was my dream console, and I finally made it happen. And I do have a video about it here. I think it's my 100th episode, and it's a Halloween episode. So if you want to, put in Atari Creep 100th episode or Halloween, it'll come up. And it wasn't done very well. You know me. But it was my dream console, and I loved it. The eyes lit up and everything. But then a buddy of mine had a tragedy and needed our help. And I didn't really have much, so what I do is I auctioned that off with, they call it spots or something like that. I have 20 spots, $10 each, that kind of thing. And I raised $250 to help my friend out. So, and a lot of you know who it was. I'm not going to put his shit out there on blast because, it's over with and the family's doing their thing and everyone's cool now, but... So I got rid of it for that. I have a replica of the Necronomicon that I have to finish coloring the pages in the other room. And I have a Necronomicon blank sketchbook that you can buy on my Etsy page, link down below. It's not quite a Necronomicon, it's the idea. I went with my own creative liberties. But the back does have the ear. Maybe I'll pull it out here in a minute. It's a little pricey, but I literally made the book. Um, for the most part, not from scratch, but I bounded the sides and everything, and I made the book. And of course, I sculpted the deal under it. So, um, was that one? Or did I use 3D printing with that one? I can't remember. But either way, it's got some it's got some it's got some money behind it. But that's because I worked really hard on it. You know, technically, I probably could have asked for more. But if you're into that kind of thing, you know, check out my Etsy shop down below. I have a couple of Necronomicon related things. And I'm actually working on a Kandarian dagger. I have all my projects that I'm putting on hold upstairs so they're not down here causing me all kinds of shit, you know. Gotta bounce, gotta go watch, keep going. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone had a radical night. Richie Skulls, my friend, thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope you have a fantastic night. Alright, so I'm done with the gold. I'm done with the gold. You can't really tell it's gold. I don't think you can. Oh, yeah. You know, you can tell it better on that shitty camera. Rock and roll, my friend. Stay well. Actually, the gold next to the pink is kind of interesting. Let me put some white. Put some white. And seriously, dudes, do me a favor. And you know me. I never do the whole, hey, guys, you know, be sure you're subscribed and all that. But if you like this kind of live stream too, as well as video games, hit the like button. Don't hit it if you don't. I want an actual vote, you know, because if this isn't really much of a thing that people really want to watch, I could just not do it again. Or maybe reserve it for my other channel, my vlog channel. Man, I hope No, the gold's not wet. You know what? I'm going to use the big marker to line this. Where is the big one? Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. So, let's see, more updates. I'm going to be doing live auctions. Those also are going to be scheduled. It's not going to be a long-term thing, but I don't want to do it all at once either. So I'll probably pick like 5 or 10 items. I'll lay them out. No one can give me an offer before the video starts, and I'll have the rules in the description and probably on the screen. And I'll just like if I were to sell this Jason figure, right? I'd be like, all right, let's start them off at $5. Who wants them for $5? And every price will be plus shipping. You know, it'll only be the lower 48 states, unfortunately. And and as you guys go, I'll let it go only for a certain amount of time. And as soon as my ringer goes off, I stop it. And if with the delay, that could kind of make people upset. So if you start getting banged up about that, let me hear your betting voice. But you get what I'm saying. Oh, I didn't want to put the white there. Oh man, that's why it looks so fucking stupid. It looks stupido. No, the gold's not wet, but she is. I know, I can smell it from here. Alright, I wanted to do it here in the black and pink. Yeah, that's the ticket. Now we're fucking cooking with grease. You know what I haven't seen yet? Prey. I was kind of hoping someone would have it. I'm not going to sign up for, what is it, Peacock or whatever it is. I'm not going to sign up for something to watch. A fucking movie. So I'll wait for it to come on demand or whatever. You know, I could pay $3 or $4 to watch the fucking thing. But I want to watch it. But here's the problem. It's going to be a little while before I can. Ooh, that's a nice happy accent. It's giving it some dimensional character. You can't really see it, but it's right there. So I'm going to try to avoid spoilers, but it's going to be a long, long hike before that can happen. Yeah, I'll put a little bit of white in here. I have this rule of 3 colors when I do stuff like this. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. And I mean, if you've been here since I started, well, on this portion of it, I technically did do 3 colors, but it's 2 shades of red and a shade of blue. So I'm calling the red equal, you know. It is what it is. But the white does something to help with the perception of fluidity, you know. And as long as you're going with the curves, you know, your brain doesn't sit there and say, yeah, that's a liquid. But it's kind of tricked into thinking it could be, I guess. I don't know. And I put this one right here in the middle of that. So it's almost like the elevator sound in, I think it's on the Wish You Were Here album. It's not what an elevator sounds like, but the sounds made it sound like it could be an elevator. So I got another one going, don't I? Because this one is no good. Yeah, I'm just going to stay on for a little while. I normally only stream for about an hour, and it looks like I've been on for an hour and 2 minutes. But I'm going to stick around, so if you guys want to, by all means. You know, maybe I'll catch someone who's just waking up. And they can actually catch something live. Okay, but none of these can actually touch the heart, remember? Heart cannot be supported because it's a dickhead and leads you into trouble. Fuck you, heart, for pumping blood through me and sustaining my life, but making me make bad choices in life. Alright. That painting is trippy. I like it. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. The best elevator sound is the one from Doom. Yes. You know, I played Doom on Windows 95 quite a bit, but I don't do first person shooters anymore because, you know, back then it was still new. So like I couldn't get past the whole, I don't know if it's the POV of how it worked as the first person, but they make me nauseous. I can't play them for long. You know, the camera has to be behind the character and following along, God of War style, you know? Hack and slash, baby. I was talking with a buddy of mine the other day. I think speaking of hack and slash. I realize I've never played. Splatterhouse for, what did it come on? Xbox 360? Did it come out for anything else like the PS3 or anything like that? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. And I hear it's, you know, it's not the greatest game in the world, but it's probably worth playing. I remember years ago there was a guy who did a retrospective on all the Splatterhouses. I think it was the no, it wasn't No Swear Gamer. It was the Happy Video Game Nerd or something like that. Okay, so it is on PS3 as well. Good, because I think I have one of those. I don't have no 360, and nor do I care to. Nor do I ever care to. But, fucking hey, man. Fucking A, bro. It's alright. Bit comes with parts 1, 2, and 3 hidden. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, that's rad. You still enjoying the Evercade? I just remaining games for my birthday last month. I've got them all now. Do you really? I didn't know you had an Evercade, Daniel. Right on, man. Oh, did I know you had one? I'm sorry, man. If you know, I'm thinking of another Daniel. You'll have to forgive me. Yes, I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it. We will be doing videos like that too. I'm trying to get something to plug it into here. We'll try to get something going, or maybe I'll just set up a. I have another monitor back here that I could set up for two. You know, and try to figure that out. I'm really just trying to figure out how to do it without just putting my cell phone in front of a TV. I mean, it was cute for the first. So I've been doing this since December of 2013. It was cute for all that time, but after a while, I needed, you know, jump into, you know, the next century here. You know what? Maybe we'll do a little bit of white with this green too. Ah, yeah. That's a little off-putting. Another series that we're going to continue is The Road to Mandalore. I'm staring right at my helmet. I have a chess piece. I don't think I did a video on that one yet. Or maybe I did. Maybe I included that with the helmet in the introduction. But I'm hoping by the new year I'll have the kit, as they call it. My Mandalore kit. All together. And I hopefully will be joining the nearest Mandalorian group. It's I think they call it the Faxon, Faxxion or something like that. They're a New England clan, not just like Massachusetts. So sometimes things can be in Providence, and sometimes it can be somewhere here in Mass, or even out in Western Mass, or a little north, all the way up in Maine. So in that respect, I don't like it so much because then I'm not going to have, and you have to go out. You have to troop so many times a year to be an active member. So, okay, Etsy has Prey. Look up Prey 2022 Predator DVD. It's a physical DVD of the movie. Oh shit, I don't know if I want to go that far. I don't mind downloading it from someone's Google Docs, but your Drive rather. But I will keep that in mind. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. Told you not to call me on this line. I just bought this. If it's fucking dead, I'm gonna be pissed. And you know what's good? I've used it for a little while. It's my work. I just go in there and say, boss, I got this the other day, it doesn't work. And they'll be like, alright, go get one. You whiny little bitch. Hey, I'm a consumer. I expect the things I pay for to work. Well, consumers are selfish bitches. That was a joke, by the way. I'm a consumer too. I consume too much oxygen and too much space and too many edible resources. Oh, when there was a chicken shortage. Yeah, that was me. Sorry. My bad. I'm going to give this whole eyeballs. I do these little check marks for eyeballs on a lot of these things. That all came from when I was doing the smaller flat birch panels. But let's see. Stopping by to show some love. Hey, Sag, what's going on, hon? How have you been? Yeah, go to bed. Get your rest. It's good to hear from you. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Really, 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 I do. Okay, I think my engines are running out here. I need to figure out what the fuck to do right here, but I don't know. So, I'm really excited. If there are any other artists or any artists that stumble upon this, first of all, sorry, you landed here. But since you did, you might as well stick around for a little bit. Senelia has this line of paint. It's an acrylic paint called Abstract. Innovative acrylic. It's just a heavy body paint. It's a little, not thicker, it's just like a little more gooier. But the exciting part about it is it's in a pouch. And it's got this cap system, so you can just kind of squirt a little bit out. And you get less waste because you can get it all out. But you can also buy these caps with different muzzles, I guess you would call it, in certain lights. For different shapes and stuff. And it would be like 3D, it would be thick. And there's like a 1, 2, and a 3. And then there's like a flat one, so you can do like really cool jagged things, and a couple of X ones, so you can make like I'm so excited. We don't sell them in kits, but we were able to get them. So I got a kit with the primary colors and one with all metallic colors, and each box comes with all 8 of the little attachments. And I'm fucking so stoked to get my hands on those. Look them up; they are really cool. Really cool. I don't know what led me to start talking about that, so if anyone wants to hit me to that, that's fine. But kind of like this guy. Kind of like him. It's like chances are this is going to be the orientation of the painting. But it can be flipped, Dee Wallace. Yes, thank you. Dee Wallace is the mom from E.T., and she also played in Critters 1. Yep, that was one of my favorite movies back then, too. Oh, she played in one of the other ones? Oh, she's been in a lot of things. The House of Satan, one of the more modern flicks that was filmed, I believe it was in Providence. Cujo. I mean, God, she was in everything back in the day. She reminded me of my friend Tammy's mom, whom I did have a crush on back then. A really big one. All right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting tired, and I want to break this down and go to bed. I have the day off tomorrow, so who knows. But things are coming. Things are coming to the channel. I'm going to streamline things and get back on pretty much everything if you've been around for a while, more than the past 3 years, with the whole Amico stuff. Every now and again I'll build something or make a project. So I have the Million Macabre on that. Again, for another example, I painted this guy's, goddamn, get in the frame, helmet from just black to resemble a steel battle-worn Jason-esque style mask. I didn't want it to look exactly alike, but for this barbarian style Jason, this what was it called? Savage World. They were 5.5-inch scale barbarian figures. There was 5 total, but I only have 4 because I didn't like the pinhead one. But it's Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, and Leatherface. And I want them all to have their own beast. This was made for their DC line, this wolf. And there was a big lizard, too. So, and there's a white wolf. And I had a chance to get that for $6.99 at my local Newberry Comics, but I just kept going, next time. And it's gone. So, but yeah, Halloween. Of course, Halloween's coming up. Very good, Alan. I got plenty of that. I'm ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna get back to the old ways of things. So we're gonna have a series with the Lego Atari 2600. We're gonna have a series with the Mandalorian costume. We're gonna be doing things like this live whenever. I don't really care about talking about anything in particular, as well as all the other things I normally do. So just bear with me. We're getting to the VCS. I'm getting to the Evercade. I don't know if anyone's noticed lately, but I've been bailing on a lot of things. And I need that for my own my own sanity right now. So I got lots going on both here and in the real world out there. So dudes and dudettes, thank you all so much for coming by. I can't say that enough. Yeah, hey, thanks. I appreciate it. You know, I'm telling you, someone needs to make it a meme. There you go. Stop it right there at 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 23 seconds. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to try to figure out one more thing to do with this, and then I'm going to go drool into a pillow. Guys, I hope you're doing well. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. I'm going to find the stupid little button. And bye-bye.